Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We'll arriving at our destination shortly.
All day I've been looking forward to this moment. This exact... Oops. Wrong button. Hold on a second. My bad. Yeah, I've been waiting all day for this moment. Been busy as shit today, man. I ain't complaining. You know how it gets on day offs, man. Sometimes your day off is just busy. You gotta do what you gotta do. So that's what I did. I did what I had to do today, man. I ain't gonna complain about it. I am gonna complain about this landing if I can't stick this mode. I think this is the one right here. Is this? Nope. It was the one we started yesterday. Let's go back. It was the this one here. Which leg is it? Let's just look at them all. One of the... No, maybe it's not this one. One second. Oh no, this is definitely not the right one. Which one did I look at? Bordeaux to Mont Blanc. That's what we should be looking at here. Yeah, I think this is the right one. Oh, maybe not. It's I want to find this one. I could have sworn. I guess not. All right, let's try an Alaska. Breckenridge. It wasn't any of these. It had to have been this one. Look at this. Yeah, that's that landing. Oh, maybe it's not this trip at all. Maybe it's a different trip. Oh, nope. This is it right here. Lake 14, 20 minutes. This is the one right here. Yeah, let's try this one. We start from... See, I don't know if we're restarting from here or if we're starting... I think we restart from here, and this is where we... Let's try this. I think this is it. We go from... Let's just see if we start at this airport here. This one is I've been talking about this landing for a few days now. This one is real tough. If you thought the one yesterday was tough, or in the last episode, this one is more tougher. Yes, I know that's not proper. Yes, I know. Oh, I gotta put my light on so I can look pretty. Hang on a second. I want to look pretty. Yeah, I look pretty now. super pretty. Like for real pretty. All right, let's throttle works. That works. All that works. All right, let's get to our navigation and plug in EOI 85. All right, scroll down to direct to POI 85. Hope the fuel is transitioning. Aha! Just kidding. All right, come on, 85. Yep, so here's where we are now. Go direct to 85. Correct. Activate. Very good. Now we can go back. And we'll leave detail there. Let's, run for 2.5 miles. That all looks good. Let's put fuel pumps on. All right, let's roll, Jack. Oh, hang on. Let's see if we have a barometric pressure reading. All right, nothing there, and I doubt we're gonna have one where we're going. That's just like a grass field. Is that the right way? Who gives a fuck? Let's get out of here. All right, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And follow. All right, takeoff power set. This is gonna be a tough ass landing. Airspeed's alive, obviously. Nuts. D1.
Stall.
Oh boy.
Stall.
We're doing okay though. We just barely got it out, but we're good. All right, flaps up. What altitude are we supposed to go up to? Does it say? Nope, but we had this little... Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't look like the airport we're supposed to... Fuck my life. We're doing the wrong one. Shit. You're doing the wrong one. We gotta do the next one. Shit. So it shows you the airport you're going to. I thought it was showing the airport you start from. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. At least we found it out right now. That's a tough takeoff, man. We almost fucking clipped our wheels. We almost permanently stayed in that community. That looks like that would be a fun flight. Like in real life. Like going in between everything. All right, let's do this again. So I thought this was... Anyways, all right. So this is what we're flying to. I thought this is where we were starting. That's what confused me. So this is the runway we're going to be landing on right here. We just cross these trees, go down, and then we go up, and then like you park like kind of like over here. It's a crazy fucking airport. What's up? Huh? Yeah. Hang on a second, guys. Love you too. All right, sorry. I had dad duties. I would do the same thing if you were a dad. Well, maybe you wouldn't. Some of y'all are real fucking selfish. All right, let's see here. So yeah, this is where we're landing. We're landing on the side of this mountain. So let's go. This is a really difficult landing, I think, if I remember correctly. Now, of course, this was before I have all the hundreds of hours in Microsoft Simulator. So maybe it'll be a cake. Maybe it'll be a cake landing, but I don't think so, man. If I remember right. All right. First of all, we have to reset our point of interest again. So now we're at point of interest 93. Oops. Okay. So let's set point of interest 93. Do we have to get to any sort of particular altitude? It doesn't look like. Okay. Nope. All right, so let's just go to point of interest 93. Rec 2. Go to the point of interest first. Alright, point of interest is going to take a minute to get to. Can't just like drag and hold it. That would be nice if you could just like drag your mouse all the way over and it would just continue to spin. Guess that's not very realistic, is it? Oh, I can't wait to slam. You thought the one yesterday was a hair-raising experience. This one is more hair-raising, I think. This one, I think you have a little bit more time to actually line up the landing than the last one. The last one, there was like no time. All right, direct to 93, activate. And that should match with what it's saying here. So from here, we're gonna head on a 290. That looks about right. So, okay, let's get out of here. Takeoff flaps are set. Fuel pumps on. Any light. We can get rid of this right now. I don't really this. Here, out. Map off. All right, let's go. Takeoff power set. Forward on the yoke. Airspeed alive. All right, knots. Let's start pulling back on the yoke a little bit. All right, V1. 8. Once we finish our turn here, we'll work on getting our flaps up. All right, let's adjust our trim a little bit. Flaps up. Turn our landing lights off, I guess. If it really matters, we can turn our fuel pump off. Goodbye, airport. See you later. Maybe never. Maybe never see you ever again. You did us well while we were there, though. Volume okay? The volume's okay. Not really sure what altitude we need to be climbing up to. I'm just going to continue to climb because it looks like we need to get over these mountaintops here, so... At least that's what it looks like here on this map. That's what we'll continue to work towards. We're still at full blast, which I guess is okay, being that there's no kind of failures in this airplane. Now, the nice thing, if we botch the landing, it starts us from the prior waypoint. And if I remember correct, the waypoint is pretty close for the landing area. It's like it starts you off, and then there's a mountain in front of you, and that mountain you have to kind of go around, and then as you're coming around, you land. We might have to do a little circle here. I think that might be very prudent right now. Let's make a little circle. Let's head out towards here. Can we circle this way? Oh. Hey, what's up, Darren? I'm doing pretty good, dude. Busy day off, but I'm doing good. I'm happy to be flying. Been looking forward to this all day. That's good, dude. Is it starting to get real cold up there in Canada yet? Starting to get real cold down here in Maryland. We don't have to do this turnabout here, but if we want to stay on route, it's the best thing to do. Good sleeping weather when it starts getting cold outside, man. I like having that extra blanket. I like having the window cracked open sometimes, getting that cool, crisp air. Only thing I don't like about this time of year is how it gets dark so early. Getting dark early sucks. It really does. Especially if you work like 9 to 5, like a 9 to 5 type job. You know, now it's now when you get off of work, it's already like dark out, and you're like, man. All right, we should be okay. Let's spin around now. Now we have all yellow here, so could probably. Let's climb a little more. Let's get up to maybe 8,500 feet. We should be able to hit that before we get to that mountain range up there. Alright, I think that's good right here. Let's level off here. Let's adjust our trim down a little bit. Pull back on the throttle just a touch. Even though it doesn't really matter too much in this airplane since failures. Alright, so it looks like we're supposed to shoot the gap. Right there, right up here. It looks like where they're taking us. This is a really cool trip. If you have the patience to do bush trips. And of course, you know, you can set autopilot on these things. I mean, it's as long as you do what we did in the beginning with putting the waypoint correctly. Well, I guess you could just use heading mode if you wanted to. You could do VS for, you know, climbing, and then you can just use heading mode, I guess. But your navigation is probably going to be pointing back, you know, at point of interest 1, and we're at point of interest 93 right now. So I don't know how that would actually work. All right, let's get back on track here. Yeah, I remember flying this the first time and just how breathtaking it was. I was like, oh my God, like, this shit is awesome looking. I'm like, this is a game? Like, no way. I know we take it serious. You know, we take it very serious in the flight sim community. You know, is it a game? Is it not a game? Can you really get man hours off of training? You know, in this, like, you know, why can't we have like FAA training hours accumulated by doing this? I'm sure they have a very good reason. It probably has a lot to do with money, but maybe their reason's okay. All right, let's read a little bit about what we're doing here today. All right, so we're going to Lake Seri Ponson, and we're going to arrive at the Ube River. Horn of Moulais, Confluence West, River Split above the peak, Saint-Denis, Duvolu. I don't know how to really. I took French for 1 year actually. Was it high school? I think I took it in high school. Yeah, it was high school. I took it 1 year in high school. Etienne and Develoy, and then down the valley. And then we got to land on this little patch of grass right here. I'm sorry, we right after this tree right here, I think is the landing. So we're going to point of interest 99, and then we have our airport there. Now we can actually probably dive back down again. Let's reduce our throttle here and get a little closer to the ground here. And if we need to climb, we'll circle around again. But in these bush trips I like to try to stay as close to the ground as we can. Alright, it's okay. At least until we get past this. Alright, very good. In the green. Right here. Alright, I think this is pretty good right here. Just our trim. Just our throttle. And this Turtle Beach system it's so, I don't know how other systems feel, but man, this one feels so good when you're flying with it. So like, I don't know, it's very responsive. And I haven't really done any tweaks. I've updated the software when it's, I check the software for a software update every day I use it. But I think it's only had like 1 or 2 updates, and very rarely do I go in and I think I set the sensitivity once. I don't think I have it at 0. I think I have it set for different values, which I've tweaked here and there over the time, but I think I finally have I think I have it where I like it. I didn't do any kind of thing with Xbox. Sorry. With X-Plane. With tweaking. Oh, you know, I never mind. I stand corrected. I did actually update the sensitivity on everything. But yeah, I did try to use this for Xbox, and I couldn't get it to work. Which is weird, because it's supposedly made for Xbox. I have a Series X. Maybe I don't know, maybe I had it in the wrong USB port. Maybe it's supposed to go to a certain USB port. I just tried it in one of them, so I don't know if I had it right or wrong, but I was a little upset that I couldn't use it on the Xbox. I really wanted to try it a few weeks ago. Oh, we need to climb a little bit. Alright. Just start trim a little bit. I'm still hand flying. I'm just using the instruments to help me out. I'm looking at the VS indicator on the bottom right, and then I'm looking at the CDI needle on the top left. Alright, I think we're okay. When we get a little closer, I'm gonna zoom in again and see if that yellow is, if there's any red on this yellow here. I think we're okay. Yellow is, what is it, less than 1,000? Yeah, red you're dead, yellow you're about 1,000 feet. And we're going to number 95. I thought this was like a 16-minute trip. Maybe the last one was 16 minutes, maybe this one's 20. Either way, these bush trips are a lot of fun. They really are. I'm not, like, I would like for there to be a better selection of airplanes. Like, I think if you've completed it maybe, or if you did it without using that back on track function, maybe give you an option for 2 or 3 different airplanes. But there's really no bush trips available on the new game. You know what? I did see some the other day on FlightSim.to. So I haven't downloaded them yet, but I'm going to do a little more I want to read some more comments on it first, because some of the comments I was reading on the one I was looking at, folks were complaining about being able to get it to work, or it wasn't downloading properly, and I don't want headaches on my computer. You know, it's already hard enough sometimes to get the simulator to work. I don't want the computer to start having issues too because I downloaded something I shouldn't have. All right, we're in the green. I think it was that little hill coming up right in front of us that was the issue. This one right here. Let's descend just a little bit, get a little closer to it. Minus 500 right now, so we're not speeding up too much. Alright, so it's starting to come into the yellow. Let's kind of pull up a little bit so we don't get into the red, because we don't have many feet. We only have 1,000 feet roughly, 900 feet really, until it starts going red. I can't really wear any Trump shirts in my house anymore. My daughter hates Trump. She's starting to, you know, she's of that age, and she's believing like every single thing she's hearing about him. You know, well, some of it probably is true. A lot of it is not true. And I'm not like a huge Trump supporter anymore. Like, I liked him a lot, like back like 10 years ago when it was like, you know, when Trump was the new black. You know what I mean? But I just, you know, I like wearing the shirts. They're comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to stop wearing two of my favorite t-shirts around the house just because my daughter's got a bit of an issue with it, but I guess it is what it is. Was that a body of water there? Oh, that's pretty cool. Little lake up top there. Alright, so we have a few more waypoints until we get to this landing here. We probably could put on autopilot. You know, at least like heading mode and altitude hold. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep hand flying it. I don't want to do that. I don't even have the flight director on. I don't see a point to having it on. I don't have an altitude programmed, you know what I mean? It'll help. It would help with keeping us en route, but I mean, we can do that just by looking at the CDI indicator. One thing oh, you know what? Let me see if that would change it. I was complaining about this last night to myself. All right, let me change this off of nav here, and let's see what it looks like outside. Oh, so you can make it actually like VFR. That's cool. That's a good option to have. We're not going to do that right now because that's not what this here trip is about. This trip is about that landing. In the mountains coming up. You see, we're getting ready to head into them. But it's fun hand flying when you have a system like this. Hey, what's up, dude? Good morning. Happy 3 o'clock in the morning. What's up, dude? How you doing? We going for a really extremely difficult landing tonight. I think this landing is tougher than the one in Nepal. I do. I think this could be the toughest landing in the whole simulator. I don't know about real life, but simulator, this motherfucker is horrible. If I remember it correct. What's up, dude? How's giraffe hunting season going? Has it started yet? You back giraffe hunting? Yeah, man. 3 a.m. pasta. That's what I'm talking about. I just watched somebody on YouTube the other day putting together this 2 a.m. one-pot pasta. It looked awesome. I was like, shit, I would eat that. I would eat that at 2 in the afternoon. Doesn't have to be 2 in the morning. Yeah, pasta's good, man. That shit hits hard when you're hungry. I haven't had, oh man, I love pasta. I haven't had pasta in weeks. I've been on this diet. I've been sticking to it for the most part. I still have a bit of a weakness for Doritos. Like last night we went out to dinner at Chi-Chi's or Chili's, and they usually, you know, they bring that big old thing of chips and salsa. Ate none of them. No chips and salsa for me. I was proud of myself. It was hard too because the queso looked super fresh. Queso looked real good. The salsa looked real good. And chips looked hitting. But yeah, man, I don't want to be my weight forever. I want to lose weight before I catch diabetes. I would eventually like to get a good-looking girl again, and you can't really do that when you're, you know, a slob. Like, unless I'm rich, which, you know, that's always the goal. Hey, that doesn't sound too bad. Olive oil, garlic, trimmed cheese, and green leaves. Hey, man, that's good eating right there. Good olive oil, some Parmigiana, some minced garlic, some basil, toss it up. Hey, man. I don't know. I have to look at like what I can, like, what I'm okay to eat and see exactly how pasta is affected by it. Maybe I can get away with eating pasta like once a week. Yeah, it sounds like something from South Italy. That light kind of cooking where it's not heavy with marinara sauce and all that kind of stuff. All right, we do need to climb a little bit, I think, to get past this part here. Oh yeah, sometimes the simplest dishes are the tastiest. Absolutely. Especially if you have good ingredients. If you have good ingredients, you don't really need to do much to it. If you have good olive oil, if you have some good cheese, some good pasta, garlic's fresh, you know what I mean? The basil's fresh. You don't really need to do much at all to hook that up. You just need to put the ingredients together and just let them do their thing. Let them start dancing together. All right, what waypoint is this? 97. So we have 97, 98, 99, and then death. and then they're gonna read about us on the news. That former JetBlue captain crashes another plane into the mountains. This time there's only one person on board, so thankfully he won't be able to kill any more people. I like FS Academy a lot. It is awesome. I'm gonna do some after this. I've done most of the VFR training. I've done a little bit of the navigation one. I've been kind of going like in order from, like, you know, and working my way up. But it is. I've only had a few glitches here and there. You know, with like it recording like the results and stuff like that. But like other than, I mean, it's been really fun. It's a good purchase. Definitely worth the 60 or 70 bucks, whatever it is now. I don't know what it is now, but I think it was like 60 or 70 when I bought it. It's definitely worth it. Easy to install. It's easy to get to. It works great. Yeah, that was a good recommendation. I appreciate that. I had no idea. I've read about it before a couple of times here and there. I just never really thought about doing it. And the learning part of it is really good too. Like the narrator is kind of like, you know, not the greatest narrator, but I mean, I'm okay with that. The content is really good, and I'm actually learning quite a bit, which is good because I like learning. All right, so we're gonna cross over this mountain here. I can smell death coming. Yeah, flying with purpose. That's right. Yeah, I think I've said it a couple times while I was flying. Like it's kind of rejuvenated me a little bit to want to fly a bit more, because now I'm actually learning stuff, and it's not just flying from point A to point B and turning everything on. And you know, it's like you get in, you learn some stuff, you have to practice it. Like it's good, man. It's a lot of fun. Now, whether what I'm learning is true or not, like I don't know if this is what they teach you in real life. Like I don't know if this is the real rules and you know, everything that you would learn if you were like really doing it, but for a simulator, it's a lot of fun. Oh, he's a real instructor. No shit. He kind of sounds like a real instructor. He's very bland. He's very... I've tried to get him to yell at me a couple of times. He won't do it. Like, I've done things incorrect on purpose, and he won't, he never raises his voice, not once. I've tried. I've tried to get him to get angry. He won't get angry at me. All right, we are getting closer. We have 98 we're pulling up on right. Ooh, we got to turn. So we're heading to 98. Then we get to 99, and then we get to our... Oh, I think I can see the airport on the map. This chase plane is a pretty good app, too, if you're into, like, having different camera angles and stuff. Brits fighting? What, like British guys, like, fighting each other? I don't know, maybe. I can't, like, recall a time where I watched British people fighting each other. I don't what kind of question is that? I think I've seen British guys fighting before. I've seen them do slap contests. The slap contests are pretty vicious. Oh yeah, that's right. We have like a loop-de-loop thing here. 9. Oh, there's our landing. Actually, shit, we're coming up on that mug. Starting to get a little nervous now. Yeah, it's over there somewhere. I think after we cross this mountain range, I want to say it's maybe like this mountain here. That looks like it could be kind of the shape. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. Alright, we're about ready to hit 99. Alright, let's put our landing lights on. Let's head over to the airport. We may have to go by the airport one time to get a little acquainted with it, but now why is it telling me to go back? That's interesting. I wonder why it was telling me to go backwards. Alright. Let's see if I can find this airport here. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I thought there was a house like right in front of it. Yeah, oh, there's the house right there. Okay, so we're not going to land just yet, but we're going to pass over it. Yep, there's that. I don't know if it's a castle or a house, but the runway's like right over here. I mean, we might be able to land actually. Let's try it. Put our fuel pump on. Just our trim. That was like a business park actually. I don't care what my landing rate is, by the way. I just want to land this thing. Flaps. we're coming in at the wrong angle. We needed to be over here more. This little slope right here is the beginning of the runway, if I remember correct. All right, let's go around. Shit, this is gonna be hard, man. Oh yeah, no shit, you bought the GKS B52? How do you like it so far? GKS makes some good stuff, man. Yeah, we got to follow this little road here, and then that should open us up. All right. It's not green like it is in the picture, though. It's more brown now. That sucks. Yeah, GKS makes some good stuff. I don't think I've ever bought anything from them, but I know they make very good quality items. That's funny. Yeah, I've had some planes like that in my roster where you buy it and then like a week later they come out with the manual for it. Like, I needed that, man. I need just a little bit of altitude. So here's the one green pasture from the picture. This one right here. That was this right here. Well, you could just push buttons and see what happens. Like, you know, do what Americans do. We don't need manuals. We just get in and just start pushing buttons. Damn, we missed it again. It's right here. Right where we just went. Alright, we can do it this time. Sometimes when I get planes where I don't know what the buttons are, I'll turn on like the button help where it tells you what the buttons are. But yeah, I know a couple of the planes that I had that happened to me before, everything was in Russian. I think one of them was one of the MiGs that I bought. And like I was really trying my best to learn it, but I was like, man, I don't understand. And everything was in Russian. I had that thing with, that happened to me with what's the really big plane? The Antonov. I was like, man, I had to like have like Google Translate open at the same time so I could like actually try to operate this airplane. All right, there's the building over there. Oh, I told you this is a hard landing. You can barely see the runway. That's probably frustrating, man, when you're trying to get it to work. Wind up crashing. I wonder how many of the buttons are actually usable, you know, because a lot of times, even in these airplanes, even though we're clicking on the button, it doesn't do anything. You know, it'll click, but like nothing happens. Oh, that's cool. A Tupolev 154. Oh shit. That'll probably be pretty good. I like the one from the Headwinds. I know it's on the Headwinds app. Yeah, oh yeah. I think I've seen pictures of it before. But yeah, the other Russian plane I don't know if it's like what I use, but the one from Headwinds, it's like just like an Airbus inside the cockpit. It's weird. It's like identical. I don't think the Tupolev would be like that, but that other one certainly was. All right, we got to slow down. I would like to land this time if I could. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think that was authentic, but I wasn't sure. Nope, we are too fast still. Alright, we gotta go around again. We're too fast still. Shit. We're gonna get this landing one of these days. Or we might just X out of it by accident and start doing FS Academy. It could happen. It's possible. I've seen some glitches on this this particular run before. I have seen glitches, that's for sure. Alright, so far our speed is okay. I really want to get that IR tracker. Tired of like using my thumb all the time to look around or the mouse. I want to start like turning my head. Let's try coming in a little bit lower this time. From the 60s, no shit. I didn't know it was that old. All right, flaps full. No, bitch! No! Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, let's try it again. I told you I didn't care what the landing rate was. I just wanted to land a bitch. Yeah, they did. Absolutely. Shit. We almost had it. I told you yesterday, I think it was, or the other day, that you really almost need to be stalling out when you're coming in for that landing. Hang on, I gotta... Fine. Cash app notification. Alright, so we don't have to cross the building, but do need to have a little bit more altitude. Told you that landing stuff, man. That's the hardest landing I think I've ever seen in any landing attempt I've ever done. I think this one is by far one of the most difficult, just because like it's such a small space to land, plus like it's very unassuming. Like I would have never in a million years thought that the side of a mountain would be a place for a runway. God, like how do you train on something like that? Like, you You know, because if you fuck up, like, you're dead. I wonder how you get qualified to do this kind of landing. Or is this just like it's like an everyday ordinary landing here in France? All right, let's go flaps full. A little more juice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Easier said than done, my friend, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope we do it this time so we can do something else. Stop! Ah! No, you son of a bitch. Fuck. Alright, we'll try the landing one more time, I guess. We almost had it. Almost had it. No. I disagree with you on that one. You don't have to stall as you're like landing. That one, from what I remember, the landing is pretty even, but similar principle. Yeah, I know, man. I turned the autopilot off. I don't want this motherfucker on. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, I definitely think this one's way harder than Lukla. I stand firm. I challenge any pilot or anybody that's tried this landing to, and then try Lukla. I don't remember Lukla being uphill. Well, yeah, it does go uphill. That's where you turn around and all that. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's similar. Flaps down. I've landed this thing 3 times now, I think. I just can't, still just coming in a little too fast. Oh, I know. I've landed there, dude. Brakes work. I can hear them working. I think the problem I've had with this is that I've been coming in too high. What? I didn't touch anything. All right, we'll try it one last time. And if not, we're going to do some FS Academy. I touched nothing. At least it's relatively quick to get back there. I got nothing to prove. I've landed here before. I know. Yeah, that's true. Maybe if I turn the graphics way down. I can turn the graphics way down. Come on, Trim. Stop being like a boat, dude. Fucking trim wheel. Come on, man. Stop being a bitch, dude. Come on.
Stall.
Oh, the autopilot's on. That's why it's fighting me. Fucking autopilot. Get off. I was wondering why I couldn't adjust the trim.
Stall.
There we go. Yeah, man, if I turn the graphics way down, then I could eliminate like all the trees and then I'll be fine. No, you really want to land on this runway. You really want to land on it going down. If I remember correct. I tried coming in the other way from like the other part of the mountain, and that's like impossible. Alright, we'll try it again, see what happens. If not, we're gonna call it a night on this landing. We can always try it again some other time. But I would like to land it again. Been a little bit since I've done it. Alright, flaps full.
Stall. Stall.
Yes. 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 Brakes. Parking brake. Oh, we got it spin around. I hope we have enough juice to get upstairs. Let's try to turn around. Come on. Come on. We can go. Come on. Yeah, I'll take this landing any way I can get it. Come on. No, get up the hill. Well, I'm pushing on my rudder so hard, I think I'm gonna pop a spring. All right, come on. We can go diagonal. I told you guys about this trick yesterday. This is nothing new. About push tripping it on the ground. 4 minutes. What a hell of a bus trip, man. This motherfucker. Whoever decided to put a runway here, like, something ain't right with them. Like, they must be like a sadomasochist, or like they like death. What did that she elf say in The Desolation of Smog? She's like, you like death, orc? You like to kill things? Well, let me give it to you. And then the king stops her because she's just a lowly Sylvan elf. She's probably got good pussy though. Them Sylvan elves, I've read about them. Like, I don't know anything about Sylvan elves. I just know I've seen the movie a bunch of times. All right, let's do some FS Academy. Ooh, that's over now. All right, let's see there. Custom content. What's next on the VFR list here? We haven't done abnormals. We did crosswind. We haven't done abnormals. And then we have mountain flying. Decide upon a plan of action after a system failure in swing. Did we do this one yet? No, we didn't. All right, let's do this one here. We might have to switch controls. I don't know if my profile is gonna... I think it'll be fine with this airplane. I know I did go in and set up all my cameras in chase plane, so regardless of what airplane we're going to be doing tonight, we should be fine. I don't have to go in and set up any cameras. If I do, it's pretty quick, actually. It doesn't take long. Oh, maybe we did this one already.
We're flying the Cap 10 in the north of Sweden, following the Luleälven River and Highway 97 towards Luleå. The time is just after 11 p.m. This is the land of the midnight sun. Keeping 2,000 feet altitude, follow the highway, keeping it on your left.
All right, 2,000, I got you.
We're going to explore how we can deal with in-flight malfunctions.
What about the lights? Can we fix those, buddy?
When things don't go to plan, having a structured approach makes your decision-making easier. When an incident occurs in flight, the first
we're at
step is
2,000
always
feet
to
again.
take a moment to correctly fly the aeroplane. Depending on what happened, this could be easy or difficult. For example, if you're straight and level and you have a radio issue, remaining straight and level would not be too difficult.
Keep the highway on our left.
Whereas a failure during an approach may require a go-round. As such, the very first step after an issue is to aviate. Once the flight path is under control, we navigate. We ensure that we're on a safe flight path, perhaps following a procedure, or to change our route to account for the failure. The third initial action is to communicate. If appropriate, tell ATC that you're encountering difficulties so they can offer assistance.
All right.
Aviate, navigate.
I think we did this one already.
These three things performed in order will keep you safe in the short term. Now it's time to figure out what to do next.
We did do this one.
One such
We missed the
process for
runway, I think.
decision-making is DODAR.
All right, we did this one. Let's go to the next one. That's right. I remember this one because this is one that has a glitch. It has us like flying over the airport. Like we do everything and then like it just doesn't have us land. DODAR, diagnose, operate, plagiarize. I don't remember what DODAR stands for. Good thing is I don't have to do that test yet. Come on, Microsoft. X-Plane wouldn't see. I told you, as soon as you start talking about X-Plane in front of my computer, it's Microsoft starts speeding up as soon as I talk about X-Plane. All right, let's do this flight that they have here, mountain flying. We haven't done that one yet. Beechcraft Bonanza. I know I need to switch controls for that, but I have it set up already. Might have to move my keyboard a little bit though. I think this plane's got a prop lever. Didn't we do this one too? Maybe not. Hang on. Don't start talking yet. Let me change this. And the FS Academy comes with a lot of material to study as well. Like they have really good like PDFs you can download, and it goes over like each lesson. It like lists out everything. It's pretty nice actually.
This is Telluride, Colorado, a high-altitude airfield surrounded by stunning mountain ranges.
Oh, let's restart with everything on. Yeah, I could understand that. All right, we're good now. That's right. We did this one too, didn't we? Because I remember them having our mixture set.
A high-altitude airfield.
Fuck, man. We did this one too. Sorry, guys. We're going to get one tonight. All right, so I think I know which one we left off on. I think it was Navigate. Because the last one here is the test. I don't want to do that tonight. Yeah, I just don't want to do the same lesson over again. That's right. I remember we did those last. Now I remember we did those last time. All right, Microsoft, come on. Explain, 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 explain. Explains better than you, Microsoft. It always has been. It always will be. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's see what's on Navigator, right? Watching the clock, blowing away, stretching your legs. Here we go. This is it. This is the one we need to do. Stretching our legs in the Cessna 152. Okay. I need to switch controllers again, I think. I need to go into controls and put the right ones in. Because these have the sliders down here that I pull out. Okay. Let's do 152. Well, maybe I don't have it set. I think it's under condition. Yep, this is the right one. Here we go.
We're going to look at flying longer legs and employ what we now know about wind drift and dead reckoning. We're over New Zealand's North Island, just coming up to Hamilton, the city that you can see up ahead.
Start trim a little bit.
Please maintain 2,400 feet and 100 knots with high accuracy, as this will give us the best chance to keep our planned route and timings.
High accuracy, okay.
Take us to Hamilton Lake, and we will begin our route to Pukekohe. Once we get to the lake, we'll be making a left turn towards our first waypoint, Narawahia. We used the forecast wind of 300 at 15 to compile the navlog. Along with the route map, the navlog can be found in the manual.
All right.
I'll be your co-pilot, giving you headings and ETEs as we go.
You know what? I remember I'm not restarting. I remember what happened on that last one at Telluride. We tried to do it last time, and we were hitting the right points, but it wasn't advancing the lesson. So I just gave up on it. I don't know if it's ever going to be fixed, or I don't think I was doing anything wrong. We were hitting the points we needed to. But like once we hit Hamilton Lake, that should go away, and then we should move on to the next one.
External camera if you wish, to get a better view of the landscape.
Harder to stay at 2,400 feet though, with high accuracy when I'm flying outside. Maybe.
Please keep us at 2,400 feet.
Working on it, champ. I'm working on it. I know you said high accuracy. That's not one of my strong points. You didn't say it was going to be this windy, buddy. I don't think that's very fair of you.
Here we are at Hamilton Lake. Turn heading 299.
Ah, there's Garawawa. Garawai. All right, we're doing okay with the altitude.
Time. This leg will be for 9 minutes. Tune. We're remaining beneath the Hamilton Control Area, CTA, so we can keep the radios set as they are.
All right.
I'll keep an eye on the heading indicator and compass and let you know if they need realigning.
Appreciate it.
Temp. Engine instruments for temperature and pressure, T's and P's are all in the green.
Nice.
Tank. Fuel is balanced between the left and right tanks, and the remaining quantity is as expected.
Okay.
Remember that heading, speed, and altitude control are all important for navigation.
Yeah, that's what you
especially
said.
now that our waypoints are becoming farther apart.
Said 2,400 feet.
Garawahia is a town up
100
ahead
knots, that's
along
kinda
the
where we're
Waikato
at.
River, just at
Oh,
the
I'm
base
sorry,
of the
you're still
tree-covered
talking.
ridgeline. Please maintain exactly heading 299.
Sorry. Don't want you getting upset. We'll be okay. Oh, downdrift. Yeah, it's definitely easier to fly this thing in the inside than the outside. At least if we're gonna have to stick like right within like 100 feet of our altitude and pretty close to our speed. I'm surprised they don't have us leaning our mixture a little bit. Usually something they would do, even though it's only 2,400 feet. You did say 299. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me get back up to 2,400 feet. All right, I think we're back to 299. We'll get mad. Look, no hands. Oops, sorry, you don't like that joke? Oh, my bad. All right, sorry about that, instructor. I don't think I've ever really given this guy a name. I don't know what to call him. I think I called him Peter one time. I like to have like just one syllable for him. Like Cam, Jack. Bud. No, I don't want to call him Bud. Not my Bud. Call him Rico. No, I like Jack. I'm gonna call him Jack. Your name is Jack. Can't turn my head, then the microphone won't pick me up. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Let's get back up to altitude, buddy. Sorry. All right, we're good now. Back to 2,400 feet. Start trim just a little bit. Wow, that was a big gust of wind. It just pushed us up. Jesus. Yeah, man, all day I wanted to fly. Like, I woke up this morning, I had a doctor appointment. No big deal. You know, it usually just takes like an hour to go and get it done and come back. I do it every month. But then...
We're starting to be able to pick out Garawahia now. Carry on until we reach the town, which was once considered as a potential capital of New Zealand.
Oh shit, I never knew that. Then I decided to go grocery shopping because, you know, I try to, now that I've been doing this diet, I've been trying to go to grocery shopping like once a week. And I do all my cooking on Mondays usually. Because I bake these like burritos. I mean, the burritos I make are awesome. I'll have to make a video one time of me making those burritos. They are so delicious, and it's like, yeah, and you actually can lose weight eating them, and they're really filling. But I wanted to make chili today too, so I made that, and then at like 5 o'clock I was all about done, and then my daughter's like, we need to go out, we need to get something, and I'm like, I was just out all fucking day. Why did you, well, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want you getting mad. I'm like, we've talked about this. I'm like, if I'm out, just tell me. If I can get it, I'll get it. But nope, I ran back out, and then by the time I came back and got everything done, it was like 7:30, and I'm like, fuck, man. All I wanted to do was just fly a fucking airplane today. I just wanted to get behind this turtle beat system with some X and O's and fly some zeros and ones. Couldn't do that. But now I gotta work tomorrow. Hopefully I'll win the Mega Millions tonight, or the Powerball, whatever it is tonight, and then I take off tomorrow. Like, nah, I'm good. Good. I just won 200 million. I at least don't have to get a job for the rest of the year. Maybe next year I'll be broke, but right now we're okay. All right, what are we doing, Teach? Where are we going from here? Are we gonna land?
We're reaching
or?
the town now, so turn
Okay.
right to heading 343 towards our next waypoint, Lake Waikeri.
Try to get the little orange to the... There. Did he say 343? I think that's what he said.
Time. Estimated time en route ETE to Lake Waikeri is 8 minutes. Tune. Radios are good and correctly set. Temp. T's and P's are in the green. Tank. Fuel balanced and sufficient.
All right, we're doing pretty good, buddy. You're a pretty good teacher. Oh, shit. Let's get up in altitude. I think we're going the right way.
Please keep us at 2,400 feet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking around. I was looking for the next waypoint, but I don't see it.
For longer legs such as this, it's a good idea to have a progress check en route to catch any significant errors early enough to make
All right.
corrections.
Like what?
We choose features along our leg that will be easy to spot and can be useful as an en route check, known as a fix. Preferably they are around the halfway point. En route fixes are very useful for gross error checks, such as large tracking or timing errors, which may indicate that the wind conditions have changed a great deal since the planning stage. We're going to use a town called Huntley, which is a little further up the Waikato, as our en route fix for this leg.
All right.
Once we get there, we will compare our actual position with our planned position as drawn on the map. We'll then be able to roughly calculate if we are to the left or right of course, and by how many degrees. We use the drift lines on the map to estimate how many degrees our actual track differs from our planned route.
Okay.
Once we know this figure, we apply double the error as a heading correction.
Oh, wow.
For example, if we estimate that we are 5 degrees left of our planned course, turning 5 degrees to the right will stop our error from getting any larger.
Right, but to
as
fix
we will
it, we
now
have
be
to double it.
paralleling the route.
That makes sense.
Applying an additional 5 degrees to the right will begin to take us back onto our plotted route.
Yeah, that makes sense, buddy.
This is another reason to be accurate with your heading control, as several deviations will make errors more difficult to assess and correct.
That is true.
We want to remain on heading 343.
I
to
know.
Lake
I'm so
Waikeri.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. There we go. That's a little better. It's just my eyes are getting old. It's getting laid out. You know what I mean? Like it's getting dark. Hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet, really. It was a little tough to see 343. I'm sorry. much farther are we going? Like, what else are we doing?
We're approaching Huntley, our en route fix. You can see the Waikato River passing through and the power station on the west side of the river.
Yeah,
We'll
I
check
guess so.
our current position with our intended route and see if any adjustments need to be made. Huntley is to the left as expected, so we look to be on course, so no heading adjustments are required.
Okay. What about like speed? Are we okay? Oh, never mind. Our next destination, Lake Waikato. Ooh, let's get down in altitude. Yeah, I think if we stay within 100 feet, I don't think he's going to say anything about us being off altitude. All right. Okay. I think we're good now. Got it trimmed a little bit again. This trip is very windy. Nice. Nice hand flying. We got the lake on our left. Or the river, actually. It almost looks like the water is moving. A little bit. I don't know, maybe it's just the window. Yeah, all the missions, I mean, all the lessons are similar to this. They have you go to like waypoint to waypoint, or point of interest to point of interest. They teach you a bunch of stuff.
We're coming up to the southern edge of Lake Waikato now. We're expecting our planned heading and wind corrections to take us to the strip of land that reaches out into the middle of the lake.
That's where we're looking at it.
Consider how well you were holding your heading on the way here, and if any drift corrections brought you to the right place.
Sure. Looks like it. Are we going to be landing this airplane, or are we just like flying in the air? It'd be nice if you could ask the teacher questions. That'd be a cool feature if they made like an AI version of this, or had it like an add-on, or no, not an add-on. It's already expensive enough. They should just do it for free. Give us an AI coach. We do need to correct a little bit. We're gonna head almost due north. Like almost like on a 353 kind of heading. Which is, ooh, let's get up in altitude. Alright, very good. We're back at altitude. Almost. I don't have any of the PDFs out today for what the lessons compose of, so I don't know what's gonna, like, how much longer this one is, or what else we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna find out just like you are. Pretty out here. Wonder if any Lord of the Rings was filmed over here. Like, where is this in ratio to the rest of New Zealand? Is this like on the north part of the island, the south part? Just like near Wellington, or is this down like near Oh, I forget the name of the places to the south. Christchurch. And then there's another one.
Next up is the town of Pukekohe. Turn heading 294.
All right, that's pretty much 294 right on the
This
button.
leg's ETE is 12 minutes. No change to the radios. Check that the heading indicator is still aligned with the compass.
Yeah, looks like
T's
it.
and P's are in the green. Fuel is balanced and sufficient.
All right. P's and P's in the green. Well, without so much wind, we can kind of let go of the yoke a little bit and just kind of let the trim kind of control our altitude.
This leg is 12 minutes, so we will again use an en route fix.
Wow.
This time we'll use Hampton Downs Racetrack, which we expect to pass just to the right side of.
All right.
As we reach our en route
I don't know if I
fix,
really wanna
we'll
do
again
this mission
check on
anymore, though.
tracking
Like-
and make a wind correction if needed.
I guess we'll finish it. I do have the PDF available.
Try to keep us on exactly heading 294.
Oh, you. Sorry, teacher. Yeah, I do have the PDF actually on my computer. I don't really feel like stopping to look at it and pull it up. Whatever it is, where it is, we're gonna complete this mission, and then we're gonna call it a night. We'll go eat my chili that I made. We'll watch some bad YouTube videos of people getting arrested. I like those videos, watching people get arrested. Most of the time they deserve it. I want to do some more reading on 3i Atlas. Our friend, pretty sure that we made that thing a billion years ago. I have a theory about 3i Atlas that I kind of talked about the other day, but I think it's something that a civilization on Earth billions of years ago created and sent out, kind of like a time capsule of sorts. You know, or it could be completely alien, or it could be from another dimension. I really think it's something that we made years ago, because the way it came in on that elliptical plane, like, it did not come into our galaxy as something of that type of object normally would. It's very strange the way this thing behaves. Almost like it's been programmed to, and it's got, like, technology on it that meteors and comets shouldn't have. But I was talking about this last night at dinner with my kids. You know, let's say, you know, the dinosaurs existed 66 million years ago, right? Well, we know the Earth supposedly has been around for like 4.5 billion years.
Try to keep us on exactly heading 294.
Oh my God. So 66 million years ago is like a very, very small percentage of how long the Earth has been around for. And we can barely find, you know, we find fossils, but, like, you know, that's it. Like, I think if there was something like say something 3 billion years ago, well, 3 billion years ago from now, nothing is going to be left. Between all the different cataclysms that have happened, apocalyptical type events, earthquakes, floods, ice sheets melting, impacts of, you know, solar objects, there's no way any of that stuff would still be, you couldn't find it. I mean, we still have stuff, you know, we still have the ocean that we really haven't even fully explored yet. I know, don't you say a fucking thing to me, teacher. I'm working on it. Yeah, we still have a large chunk of the ocean that we have no idea what's down there. We can't get to it. We have hundreds of miles of ground beneath our feet, you know, that we still don't know about.
We can see the racetrack at Hampton Downs clearly now, so
Okay.
we can compare our position with our planned track and make any adjustments so that we stay on course towards Pukekohe.
Oh, maybe it's right here. But yeah, I think that Three-Eye Atlas thing is something that a civilization on Earth made
The
years ago.
racetrack should be just off our left wing, so we're a little left of course. Make a right turn of about 5 degrees.
There's also something that they found. I want to say it's under the Mayan jungle or Peruvian jungle. It's somewhere over in the Amazon. They found like what looks to be like waterways and like the remnants of a city miles under the earth. And they found it from these infrared kind of radar type cameras they put on the bottom of airplanes, and they would fly over those areas, or it might have been helicopters. But yeah, I think
We're
that
just passing by Merry Merry Drag Strip and Dirt Oval.
Mary
Next we
drag
cross
strip.
over
It's
the
cool.
Waikato River. You can get another good estimate of lateral position by checking that you cross the river at the right spot.
I think we're doing okay. I mean, we've been navigating Breckenridge to Yosemite pretty good. Yeah, that Three-Eye Atlas thing is pretty interesting. I definitely think it's alien. It's either from a civilization here, or it's alien. Or it could very well be from, you know, maybe there's a wormhole or a dimensional portal somewhere out, like in space, that we don't know about. It's fun to think about this kind of, at least I think it's fun to think about this kind of thing. Very strange that NASA just cut off the feed of it, though, the other day when it was, or like a week or two ago, when I was passing by Mars and we had like a really good chance of seeing it. Like NASA just cut the feed. Like, oh, sorry guys, can't see that. We only want you to see what we want you to see. We're the government. We tell you, we do all the thinking for you. You guys are not allowed to think for yourself. We do all the thinking for you. We are the government. That's what they do. They like to think for us. They're good at it, right? The government, Big Daddy knows what's best. I myself am a registered libertarian. We will probably never have a president in office, but I'm all for small government. I want the government to be the size that it was when America was first born. Get rid of every single 3-letter agency. DEA, FCC, FAA, FBI, CIA, IRS, ICE, DHS. We don't need them. I want my tax money going towards things that'll benefit me. Lower groceries, more affordable housing, free healthcare. Well, maybe not free healthcare, but definitely more affordable healthcare for most people. Yeah, I want small government. I want government staying out of my life. If I'm not breaking rules, breaking laws, real laws, not like misgendering somebody, or being against 6-year-olds transitioning, like real laws, like laws that like the Ten Commandment type laws. Thou shalt not kill, steal.
We're coming up
Maybe
on
covet thy
Pukekohe
wife's
now.
neighbor. Maybe that's
You should be
okay,
able
but
to see the white oval-shaped racecourse on the near side of the town. We'll aim for the centre of the racecourse.
okay. I don't know if I really see what you're talking about, but I see that big stick in the ground saying Pokiko or Pokiki. Need to slow down a little bit and get up to altitude a little bit. It's a fun little trip, seeing this part of the world. I don't really fly over New Zealand too often. I wonder if you can see Hobbit Town. I'll have to try to find out where it is and take a helicopter there and find out. I know it's down in the south of New Zealand. That much I know. It's like down... I don't remember what the name of that one airport is. It's not Christchurch. It's like more south than that. A big airport. We've flown from it quite a few times. I think the last time I flew from it, I was using a Bay 146, I think. And we left that airport and went to Christchurch. Oh, there's the oval track. I see it now. Couldn't see it before, buddy. Here, that's easier. That's better. Now I can see. Oh, look, we got a little alarm bell, like a little tricycle. That's like a bring, bring. This little thing here. Can we click on it? Oh. That little bell you see on tricycles. Alright, what are we doing after Pokiko? I don't want to get the PDF out, but you're tempting me because this is very long. And we're not really learning much, actually. You're not letting us do any of the radio. You're not, like, having us check the fuel. You're not... All we're doing is we're pretty much just a driver. You're the engineer and the navigator, and we're just driving it where you tell us to go. Go here, go there. Don't go faster than this. You're going too fast. You're off course. You're too high. Blasphemous. There's no such thing as being too high. Especially if the weed's good. I guess nowadays you can get too high off a weed, but I've never had that happen before. I have been too high once in my life. Well, a couple of times I was too high on other things. And I didn't know if I was going to make it. I didn't know if I was going to make it out of the situation I was in, man. I was like really like messed up. There was two nights I can remember, like 25 years ago, maybe. What am I, 47 now?
Here we are overhead Pukekohe. As you can see, with a little extra brain
yeah, maybe
power,
23
we can use
years
a much
ago.
more sophisticated and reliable method of navigation, allowing longer and more direct legs to our destination.
Cool little track.
Coupled with en route fixes to check our progress.
Wonder what they race there, if it's dogs, horses.
So far, we've been flying always outside of controlled airspace. So
Mhm.
next, we'll take a look at using the radios and communicating with ATC.
Sweet. That's it. We passed. All right, let's see what's next on the training menu here. We might do one more leg on the bush trip for California tonight. Let's see what's next on Navigator. Embrace controlled airspace and get to grips with your radios. Yeah, we could do that. How long is this one? 30 minutes. Yeah, we could do one more of these. Well, let's see what, you know what, let's see what other we have here. Hang on. right, Commander. Have IFR. We can do IFR basics. Practice your basic handling skills and perfect straight level flight under IFR before. Nah, let's go back and do what we just said we were gonna do. Let's do navigator. Let's do radar contact. Ooh, I forgot what airplane we're in. Shit. I hope I have this airplane set up. Come on, Microsoft, stop being a bitch. Oh, we're still on the 152. Okay.
We're now going to introduce the use of controlled airspace so that we can incorporate overflying airfields
Where are we at?
and transiting control zones into our routes.
All right.
We're flying westbound
Oh,
just to
Manchester.
the north of Manchester in the UK.
All right.
This is a particularly busy area for flying, with both small airfields and international airports all seamlessly working together, making it a great place for this exercise. Maintaining 1,900 feet, we're on our way to a motorway junction, which is a VRP named Swinton
Oh,
Interchange.
1,900 feet. All right, sorry.
When permitted by ATC, the ability to fly through a control zone, CTR, known as a zone transit, can cut off many miles off of your route, as you can now take a more direct course. Depending on commercial traffic levels, ATC does not always have the capacity to accommodate light aircraft such as ourselves.
All right.
On quiet days, we have better chances. The
Sounds
first
good.
thing we're going to look at is flying through the Aerodrome Traffic Zone, ATZ, which surrounds Barton, a busy and popular grass airstrip that is uncontrolled but provides an information service. In order to speak with Barton Information, we need to tune their radio frequency into our communication radio.
All right.
Use the inner and outer knob of the COM1 radio to set a frequency of 120.255 into the standby window.
120.255.
Now press the COM1 swap button to make 120.255 the active frequency.
All right, very good. We did that.
There are varying levels of ATC service at airfields. Barton has an information service, so there is a tower at the airfield, but they do not provide air traffic control clearances other than taxi instructions, but
Okay.
can pass information such as the runway in use and any known airfield traffic. We will call Barton Information now and advise that we wish to fly through the Barton ATZ. Barton Information, Golf Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, for overhead transit routing Swinton to Thelwall, 1,900 feet.
Golf Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, Barton Information, good afternoon. No known airfield traffic, Manchester QNH 1007.
QNH 1007, Roger, Golf Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie. That's all that's needed at an airfield with an information service.
All right.
If they had advised us of heavy traffic conditions, with lots of aircraft joining and leaving the circuit, we would likely route around the ATZ, but as conditions are quiet, we can transit through without
Well, where
trouble.
can we see a map of the ATZ?
We're going to pass through the Barton ATZ en route to the Thelwall Viaduct VRP, which is where the M6 motorway
Maybe this is it right
crosses
here, the
Manchester
ATZ.
Shipping Canal.
All right. Go to Barton. Isn't that the dude's name that from the Avengers? Hawkeye. Wasn't his name Barton? Like his real name in the movie? Arr. I have to watch Desolation of Smog. A couple movie references now I've seen tonight. I know Barton wasn't in the movie, but Bard was in the movie. Whose dad let the dragon live. His punk ass daddy. That's what the man of the lake.
As this is a busy area for
Thinks
light
his daddy's a
traffic,
punk.
with Manchester and Liverpool airports close together, it would be difficult to accommodate a large number of zone transits per day, or make all light aircraft take a huge diversion around both control zones.
All right.
To
Oh, are these the
alleviate
control
this,
zones here, maybe?
A special low-level route was introduced for light VFR aircraft only that runs north-south between the two major airports, but with an altitude limitation of 1,300 feet maximum.
Oh, wow.
Known as the corridor, the eastern boundary is marked by the Thelwall Viaduct, so before we reach there, we need to be at no higher than 1,300 feet.
Oh, wow.
Please now take us down to 1,100 feet to comply with this.
Okay. I got you, buddy. Hang on a second. I hear a lot of wind noise, and that could be this environment here. Let me... Oh, no, it's turned down. Okay, never mind.
Good. Now we're at the correct altitude for the VFR corridor. Continue towards Thelwall.
Okay, buddy. No problem. Airplane sounds good, doesn't it? These are such fun things to do, these trainings, man. I mean, the VFR trips are fun, like the bush trips. These are really fun, like learning. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird, like that I like learning, but you know, I've been doing these simulators for a long time, and yeah, I mean, I'm good at a lot of the stuff in it. You know, I know a lot of airplanes, you know, I know how to operate them in the simulator, but like, I don't always know why we do certain things. So it's nice to learn, like, why we do certain things. Like, I never knew some of this stuff about the class airspace, and some stuff just makes sense to me. Like, if we get blown off course, and, like, wind, like, and how it pushes and pulls the airplane, like, that kind of stuff makes sense to me. But a lot of, like, the jargon, the acronyms, the reason why we do certain things, you know, that I just... Cool, man. And the material that they give you for each lesson, for each segment of lessons, like jetliner, IFR, VFR, like they have these, you know, like I've said before, they have these PDFs you can read, and I mean, they are really in-depth, informative. They break everything down that you do in each lesson. Like, if I wasn't streaming, I probably would have one of them up here, so I could like I've done before. I've done it a couple times. On stream where I've had it up, but I don't want to do that today. Ooh, what kind of power is that out there? Well, we made it to 1,100 feet by the time we got to the aqueduct, so we're doing good, buddy. Where are we going from here, pal? What are we doing from here, Jack?
reaching Thelwall, we will follow the corridor with some stepping stones.
All right.
Aim for the industrial estate at the disused airfield of Stretton, turning left to heading 204.
All right. 204 it is.
Now that we are in the corridor, keep an extra strong lookout for other traffic, as this is a major route for VFR flight.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, if an airliner does come in at like 200 knots, I mean, like, that's going to be really tough to avoid. You know what I mean, buddy? Like, how are we supposed to do that? All right, we're still at 1,100 feet. Speed's okay. It's a little windy. I really wouldn't know what that tower is over there. But I think if we flew over there, we'd probably fail the lesson.
We're reaching Stretton now, which was a former Royal Navy air station, also known as HMS Black Cap,
Never
which
knew that.
operated as a major aircraft maintenance location until it closed in 1958.
Oh wow, what is it doing now then?
Next, we'll fly heading 208 towards a small triangular-shaped town called Sandy Way, before
Okay.
heading towards the lake at Winsford Flash. ETE to Sandy Way is 5 minutes.
All right.
As we are so close to the edge of the Manchester CTR, it is sensible to monitor the Manchester radar frequency. Monitor means listen to, without having to transmit.
All right.
Tune 118.58 into the COM1 standby window.
All right.
Now press the swap button to make it the active frequency.
Very good.
Great, now we can listen to any other traffic around Manchester.
Well, we might not be able to because I think I turned that off. Hang on. Oh no, it's up. Okay. Very good. They must have turned it back up for the
Maintain
trip.
our situational awareness. We can indicate to ATC that we are monitoring their frequency by setting a frequency monitoring code or listening squawk into the transponder.
All right.
Code 7366 is used for Manchester radar, so now please set 7366 into the transponder.
Let's get back down to 1,100 feet.
Now ATC can see that even though we are outside of their airspace, we are listening to their frequency, so they can call us if they need to.
That's cool. Well, where did we get the frequency from? Is it like on their airport information charts? Or would that have been, I guess that would have been on 118.58. We probably would have heard it. But we can't hear that. We're not special enough to, oh, goodness. Damn, it's windy. Holy. Wow. back down to 1,100 feet. All right, what are we going to do after Sandy Wave, buddy? Are we going to be landing, or are we just flying again? We haven't landed in a lesson in a while. Been a minute.
Here we can see the distinctive triangular shape of Sandy Way, which is a useful feature to avoid misidentifying.
Oh, misgendering? That what you meant?
Make a left turn towards Winsford Flash on heading 138. It's a lake located within the town of Winsford and should be easy to spot.
All right. Got a nice little turn going. We're on the second white line. Altitude's holding.
We can see Winsford Flash from here as the lake is reflecting the sky, making
Nice turn.
it easily visible between the built-up areas.
Mm-hmm. All right. Get closer to 1,100 feet. Just start trim a little bit again. Trim down. Touch. Whoa, wind. I've seen more and more stories lately, and even some stuff on YouTube about the simulator coming out on PS5. I think I remember telling everybody that listened like a year ago that don't be surprised if this thing comes out on PS5, because Asobo and Microsoft are after as much money as they can get. Once I realized what kind of shit they delivered to us for MS 2024, like how broken that piece of shit is, I knew it was just a cash grab, and I'm like, you know what? It's not going to be Xbox exclusive for much longer. Xbox doesn't care about gaming anymore, and Asobo and Microsoft just want to make as much money as they can off of this. So of course they're going to grift on all the PS5 people. I just don't know if it's going to be like how it is on Xbox, or if it's going to be a little closer to PC, where you can download, you know, like VatSim maybe, or Say Intentions, or, you know, SoFly.
There are a couple of levels of assistance that UK ATC can offer us whilst outside of controlled airspace.
All right.
They can give us a basic service where we will be advised of any known activity in nearby airspace, but only while controller workload allows. We need to maintain our own traffic separation.
Okay.
A higher level, the traffic service, may be available, where ATC will guarantee to advise us of oncoming traffic, but won't provide separation instructions.
All right.
We still need to keep our own separation.
Okay.
Continue straight ahead, which keeps us on a course to the south of the Manchester CTR. We're going to contact radar now and request a zone transit. Manchester radar, Golf Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, request zone transit and basic service.
Golf Foxtrot Sierra Alpha
Must be the
Charlie,
zone here.
standby.
We don't respond to a standby instruction, but continue to listen for the controller to call us back. Now that we have made contact, it does not yet mean that we are permitted into the control zone, so we must remain outside whilst we wait.
Whoa.
Golf Alpha Charlie, pass your message.
ATC have abbreviated our call sign to Golf Alpha Charlie, so
All
we
right.
can now do the same to ease communication.
Fair enough.
Golf Alpha Charlie, Cessna 152, Winsford Flash at 1,100 feet on QNH 1007. Request transit to Barton.
Golf Alpha Charlie, Squawk 7352.
7352, Golf Alpha Charlie. ATC have assigned us a new transponder code of 7352, so set this into our transponder.
All right, that's in there.
Golf Alpha Charlie, proceed Jodrell to Alderney, not above 1,300 feet VFR. Report at Alderney.
Basic service, Jodrell to Alderney, not above 1,300 feet VFR, Wilco, Golf Alpha Charlie. It's good news, we're cleared into the Manchester zone. Keeping our current altitude of 1,100 feet, turn left towards the Lovell Space Telescope at Jodrell Bank.
There we go.
We're going to pass overhead Jodrell Bank and then continue to Alderney Hill, which
All
is
right.
as far as ATC have cleared us to go. We are now under ATC instructions, so we have to comply with our clearances so that we can safely slot between commercial traffic.
I bet you if I had the PDF open, it would have shown us like the different zones that we're going in and out of. I think these are the zones right here, if I remember correct.
Jodrell Bank
These
is
right
home
here.
to the Lovell Telescope, a UNESCO heritage site. Being a steerable dish, the telescope can be pointed to any visible point of the night sky.
Cool.
At 250 feet diameter, this is the third largest steerable telescope in the world.
That's cool.
It has changed purposes several times throughout its lifespan and is still in use today for a wide range of topics in astrophysics.
Does it have a special seat for, what's his name? The dude in the wheelchair? Has Neil, what's his name? Neil deGrasse Tyson, has he been inside that? He's had to have been inside this place. What's the dude that talks with the little, like the Atari setup from the 80s? Forget his name. I'm not knocking the guy, he's brilliant, man. He's way smarter than I'll ever be. Just trying to remember his name. I wonder if he's been here before. Wonder if Carl Sagan's been here. Like, how long has this thing been around for? And we're still holding at 1,100 feet. Kind of boring lesson, buddy. What else are we learning here? Oh, whatever those things are down there. There's apartments, parking garage, golf course. What is that down? Nice dish. I like how you swivel your dish.
As we pass Jodrell Bank, we can see the hill at Alderney Edge up ahead, at slightly to the right of the nose. Head there next.
No, that's not the ridge I was thinking of. I was thinking of like the stuff all the way out there, but I guess that kind of is a little bit of a ridge.
As we are never sure of the route that ATC will permit us to take through their airspace, we do not have a nav log for this portion of our flight.
Oh, we're getting ready to go into this airspace here, though. Little circle here. That's Manchester next to it, I think. EGCC, I'm pretty sure that's Manchester. Yeah, it's Manchester. They're over there somewhere. Probably right here. Yeah, I really need that track IR system. I can start turning my head. It's not expensive. I think it's like 150 bucks, 200 bucks for it, I think. Not bad for what it gives you. I don't know how I would be able to incorporate it with my setup. I'd have to look into that. It depends on how far away the device would have to be. I think they have a mount that like goes on your, like you can put it on the brim of a hat. I just don't know like the receptor for that, like if that needs to be really close, or I haven't done a lot of looking into it yet and research into how it all works. I just know that it's something I want. I'd like to be able to turn my head and look. Alright, are we almost done this lesson? I think we should be. Probably been close to a half an hour. Not that I want to like end our lessons, man, but like it's getting late. Like I have to work tomorrow. I want to eat dinner. Gotta get my beauty sleep for tomorrow so I can sell insurance policies. Unless the dear Lord sees it fit to have me win the Powerball tonight, which I would be eternally grateful for.
Golf Alpha Charlie Alderney.
Golf Alpha Charlie Roger, 1 right orbit for inbound traffic. Report complete.
Ooh, I think we are going to be
Right
landing.
orbit Wilco, Golf Alpha Charlie. ATC want us to circle here to sequence us with the landing traffic flow.
Sweet.
Start a 360 turn to the right.
Alright, so we were heading on a 30. Get a little rudder action going here to make sure that we don't oversteer or understeer.
Golf Alpha Charlie, proceed over the runway 23 right threshold en route to Sale Water Park.
23 right threshold to sail, Golf Alpha Charlie. Okay, that's the green light for us to cross over the runways at Manchester Airport.
Sounds good to
Flying
me.
overhead the landing end of runway 23 right. We'll get a great view of the airport as we pass overhead. In 1930, Barton was actually originally planned to be the location for Manchester's main airport, but the ground was found to be too boggy for the larger aircraft in development at the time.
Makes sense.
So this area was selected instead.
Alright.
Manchester Airport was formerly RAF Ringway. Today operates
Oh, no
as a
shit.
busy international airport, supporting around 7 million passengers annually.
I believe it. A lot of airplanes that leave Manchester. And Liverpool. Anytime I'm searching for flights, I usually check out those two airports just to see if there's any interesting aircraft going in or out of it. You know, any Saabs or any Beechcrafts or any Cirruses, de Havillands, CRJs. Whoa. Man, it looks so real. Jesus Christ, how did they do that? Magic. It's devil work. We could just say that because Trump's in office, it looks so good. Trump is making Manchester great again. Oh, look, down there you can see ice Asians beating on somebody. Look at that. Oh my God. My daughter is so mad at ice. She's like, they're beating up innocent people. Like, I think the people they're going after are innocent. I think they're here illegally and they're criminals, but I try to kind of not talk about it with her because he doesn't always think logically like a lot of teenagers do. You know, they believe everything they hear and see on TikTok. Let TikTok be your new guide, your new AI god. Just kidding, Lord. AI is not my god. There's only one Lord for me. That's the Lord of the Mega Millions. The Lord of the Powerball.
Now carry on straight ahead to the VRP at Sale Water Park, a lake
All right.
dedicated to open water swimming.
Well, that's good. It's good to have water when you're swimming. Let's see where we're at as far as zones. So we're gonna be. I bet you we're gonna have to say we're leaving the zone, right? Zone we're gonna be leaving here any moment. Here's Sail Water Park, where we might let you in to swim. Your money's got to be right, or you're going to be sitting outside the gate. I used to like those community pools when I was a kid growing up. A lot of my friends used to go to those places. Always fun time. There was one that was really far away from my house. I used to ride my bike to it because I didn't have a car back then. I was like in middle school, I think. I remember volunteering there. My aunt lived across the street. I'd go to her house, you know, after I volunteered. But man, it would probably take me about a half an hour on my bike, and it was like up and down. Like it was like a lot of major, like it was back roads, up and down and like all around. Like if you're familiar with back roads on the east coast of America, you know what I'm talking about, like where there's a lot of hills, you know, 1 or 2 lane roads. It's fun. Just took a while to get there. I only had one major road that I had to cross, and that was a major, like I think it's like 4 or 5 lanes in both directions. But back then, I mean, this is in the late 80s, early 90s, so it wasn't like not busy like it is now. Like nowadays, that road, like I wouldn't want to cross that on a bike any time of day nowadays. All right, are we leaving our zone? Is that why we're going to Sail Water Park? Oh, that kind of water. Well, that's cool. I wonder if they allow boats and shit like that, like personal watercraft, like jet skis, and or if it's all just like regular swimming. Probably just regular swimming. I don't know if it's big enough for like jet skis and shit like that.
as we near Sale Water Park, we can see the city of Manchester up ahead,
Yep.
along with Manchester United's football stadium, Old Trafford, just to the right of the nose.
Old Trafford.
We have navigated with both the stepping stone and dead reckoning methods and gotten to grips with the radios and ATC.
Yeah. I think we did a good job.
Next, we're heading to Sweden for a colder climate to see how your visual references change in the winter months.
Yeah, I'm down with that. It's almost winter where I'm at. Hey, once again, now the thing, it doesn't keep our score. All right, well, I am checking out for the night. I'm going to clean up here and get out of here. But I don't think I'm going to be back tomorrow, but probably Wednesday I'll be back. At least that's my plan. I really doubt that I'm going to be on tomorrow. I don't usually go on Tuesday night. I might. I mean, it's pretty easy to get this whole thing set up now. I found a way to really make it easy. Because before it was a pain in the ass to set all this up, but now now that I have it on the stand and where I keep it now, it's a lot easier. So, anyways, that's about it. I'm getting out of here. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe. That's about it, my friends. Have a solid Tuesday. I will see you on the next episode of the Airplane Show. See ya.